Alright, so this would be one of those times I really wish I knew how to do I knew how to speak Portuguese, so I could make a Portuguese intro for this Brazilian Zeus.
Boo! You stink!
But yeah, Zillion Zeus is one of my actually one of my favorite burst plays, along with Wild Wyvern. It's got a cool name, even though some people think it's stupid. I guess I just have bad taste in Beyblade names because I liked Blast Genius more than Blast Genius. I liked Running Dragoon, which is what they thought the Hasbro name for Ronin Dragoon was gonna be. And I don't know. It's I like the name. I'm going to drink all of Zillion Zeus. So up first is the Lair. It's got those two metal balls in it that don't actually work. Because in order for a ball chamber to work, it needs to have some kind of force that pushes the balls in. Whether it's gravity, which this thing doesn't have because there's no slope on the thing. There's no spring pushing it in, which is what I think everyone says it needs. The balls aren't super heavy. Yeah, the balls don't serve a purpose, but that doesn't stop this from being a good layer, in my opinion. Uh, it was used, I think, 2 or 3 times in Toronto and Montreal. Beyblade and K both used it on extreme combos, which they found it to be like a good burst attacker. So I was like, okay, I'll try this out, and I actually liked it a lot. It trashed Unicrest. It was beating Zillion Zeus Knuckle Extreme was beating my Unicrest, which is the good defense Hasbro version of Unicorn. Anyways, I haven't tried it as a straight burst attacker because I'm afraid that the high RPM is gonna break it. Because what is it? I think Zillion Zeus is actually pretty fragile too. I think these parts that it hits with get broken a lot, and I'm pretty sure that like the Japanese kids or whoever boycotted buying Zillion Zeus to get to Karatomi to make their products more durable or something like that. I don't know. It was the lowest recorded selling Beyblade in history or something like that. But thankfully I haven't broken mine yet. I really want them to make a Mold 2 version that's reinforced so it doesn't break, because I really like this layer. Um, yeah, I really want to try Zillion Zeus on something like Orbit or Weight. I really like it on, or maybe even like Yielding. I really like it on Zephyr and Atomic for kind of a mixed attacker. Zillion Zeus, Knuckle Zephyr, or 4 Zephyr. I also found like the 4 discs. The 4 disc lines up pretty well with it. Doesn't burst very often with 4 either, which is why I was using Knuckle. It doesn't burst incredibly often, but it does. It's enough to be inconvenient sometimes, depending on what you're up against. If you're up against a passive opponent, you probably won't burst. If you're up against something that's a little more aggressive, even if it's not on like a aggressive driver, like if you're up against like, I don't know, random stationary beast behemoth or whatever, stationary, what else is stationary Blaze Ragnarok, maybe you've got a chance of bursting. Wow, this is gonna be a long review because all of Z2's parts are interesting. Alright, I'll wrap this up. It's a good mixed attacker. It might be a better burst attacker. I haven't tried it. Not many other people have it because it breaks a lot. I like Zillion Zeus 4 or Knuckle Zephyr and Zillion Zeus Knuckle Atomic. Haven't tried 4 with Atomic, but it's probably passable. It mostly bursts things. It can actually OS a few things. KO attack isn't too great though. Infinity. Probably another reason I guess Zillion Zeus is my favorite Beyblade in Burst, or one of them, because it's just got like the concept of the disc is really cool. It's called Infinity, and it's the Mobius strip disc, which is like, you know how you flip a rubber band over, and or yeah, you flip one side of a rubber band over and it turns into like an infinite loop where you can keep driving a car on one side forever because it's always the same side. And yeah, this is probably making no sense, but look, Google Mobius strip, you'll see what I mean. Um, Anyways, it's got a good amount of stamina. It's basically Ring, I think it has. Actually tested this once. I think it has a little less stamina than Ring, and bursts the same amount as Ring, so it's worse than Ring. And Ring has the same amount of stamina as Spread and bursts more than Spread. So it's outclassed by Ring, which is outclassed by Spread. And I guess you could use it if you really want to be weird in an opposite spin match, because it has like the smooth, thin edge for life after death. But like I just said, Spread's better than that. Yell is better than Spread in opposite spin. And if you're using left spin, 4 glaive is probably better than Yell too. So Infinity is it's a cool disc. I like it, but it's outclassed. And then Weight, pretty underrated driver in my opinion. People just kind of dismissed it. I don't know why. There wasn't really any testing for it. Yeah, its KO defense isn't spectacular. It's better than, I guess, some things, just because it's a ball shape rather than a cone like Survive or Revolve. But the metal doesn't give it a ton of friction, which should make it good for stamina, but I think it still has like less stamina than Revolve. But where I find it really works is a burst attacker. Like, I almost used Valkyrie Armed Weight in the final match of Anime North 2017 against K, but I didn't, because I didn't think how useful burst attacker was going to be against 2 left spins, which I thought he was going to use. And I should have done it, because he would have destroyed his Acid Anubis. But either way, yeah, Valkyrie Armed Weight is a pretty quality burst attacker. I can't get Needle to work the way the Brits can. Needle is really popular in the UK because it's semi-mobile. It can do like a sliding shoot. It can also kind of stall. It can also be stationary because it's a ball shape. The way I can launch Weight is how I assume the UK people can get Needle to work. And I can see why they like it so much if it is like how Weight moves. It's like a slow, stable flower pattern. And yeah, it adds some directional momentum to Valkyrie's hits. Valkyrie Armed Weight, Valkyrie Down Weight. I like it better than... I'm not sure if I like it better than Yielding. I definitely like it better than Revolve for burst attack. Then again, I think Atomic is probably better. But we'll see if Planet is better than Weight, which is Zillion Zeus Evolution. Galaxy Zeus has Planet, which is Weight plus Orbit, so it's a free spinning middle ball. Either way, overall, I might be kind of biased here, but I would recommend buying Zillion Zeus, because as of right now, unless you get some weird limited edition version, it's the only way to get the Z2 Lair, which even if it doesn't work for you, it's never hurts to try it out. Infinity is a decent disc. I'm sure there's some opposite spin matchup where it works well compared to Spread or something, but people have yet to find it. Interesting to try it on a staller maybe. And then Weight is a pretty underrated driver in my opinion. I like it a lot. I haven't had a chance to use it though. So might be kind of biased, but I would get Zillion Zeus. Maybe you wouldn't, but I would. So I forget what's next. I lost count of where we are in the product list. I have to check it every time before I make these videos. So whatever it is, I'll see you guys then.